good view, right? That's what you want to see.
I love your album because there's so much atmosphere in it, so much different atmospheres also. I tend to think I hear rural blues from the South. I hear some Bon Iver, some Sufjan Stevens, some Bruce Springsteen.
Some of those artists you mentioned are definitely my favorites. Whether I consciously pull from them or just have them sort of embedded in my youth or whatever it might be, they're always there, and so they come out in the songs I write.
Come on, mama, stay wild.
And when I mentioned the word rural blues,
I came to the genre later in life, I should say. I was probably about 20. I heard Stevie Ray Vaughan growing up, and that's sort of the blues that came out in the 80s and 90s and things like that. It never really resonated with me. It wasn't until I was about 20 that I was sitting in a dorm room with my friend working on a project, and it was about 2 a.m., and she had put on Blind Melon Jefferson, who's a Texas bluesman from the late 20s, and I was just sort of leveled. You know, I had never heard such raw sort of wailing, you know, and I think about that a lot. I think about just the rawness that they have when they performed and what they were emoting. Is this too heavy? I grew up in central New York, played punk rock a lot. What I loved about that was just the same sort of thing where it was just this raw emotion and you're not really knowing how to play your instrument, just leaving it all out there for better or for worse. And I felt the same thing when I listened to the blues, you know? So less about playing and more about just the moment.
Howdy, look at the top. Honey, that's a mighty big drop. Don't bad looking round, cause I ain't gonna slow you down now. Cause I ain't coming for you. No matter how to howling you do. Baby, you